Hello, SpeedGaming 2, and welcome to the Past Randomizer main tournament group stage. We are down to less than half a week to go, and oh wow, we've got some stuff to still figure out. Tonight, we're featuring Group J. It's open hard. We've got Linlinlin and latebit. I see latebit. Why am I here? And if you don't know what's going on, unfortunately,
God.
latebit is pretty much eliminated at this point.
Yes.
Unfortunately, sitting at 0-5 for the group play. Looking to play a little bit of a spoiler role tonight against Lynn. Lynn sitting at what I see is 2-1. I don't know if that's changed today. We did have a match just before this one between Jet and So, who were the group leaders. Jet taking that race to now be 4-1 and in the driver's seat. But there are still some really interesting tiebreaker scenarios very much possible. And it starts with this race tonight still. So we've got a lot to play for here. But I'm Radical Sniper 99, joined tonight by Crazy Sunshine with Malk here on tracking. Hello, Sunshine. How you doing tonight?
Well, I am doing pretty good. And yeah, I'm just looking up the group standings here. And I think at the very, very least, latebit will be here to make things a little bit more difficult for Lynn to advance in this group. But it's open heart tonight. So hopefully we aren't too scrapped for swords this time around. We'll see. But here we go.
Yeah, if you've missed some of the action today across the restreams and the races, we have definitely seen the go mode sword. But we already have a bottle. Lynn finding that first bottle in the sanctuary. I did see a pendant up at Hera and a blue crystal over at Eastern. Did you happen to catch Desert?
I think that was a pendant in Desert.
Okay. So yeah, this is open hard, affectionately known as open heart surgery. Why? Because there are just so many heart pieces like that one in the dam. There are 48 pieces of heart in this item pool. Why is that? Well, we got rid of some of the junk fill and we got rid of heart containers and we changed it out for a lot of heart pieces. We've also the bows are not progressive, so silvers do exist, but you find them separately. There are not 2 bows. There are 4 swords placed, but you can only have tempered sword maximum.
Mm-hmm.
No armor, maximum of the fighter shield, I believe. No half magic, which is the best one of them all, because that half magic got turned into a little magic decanter. And of course, 1 bottle. 4 bottles are placed, but only the first one can be collected.
Yep, so you are allowed to have 20 hearts in total, but the caveat is that you are stuck with green mail and things hurt in green mail.
Yeah, definitely a little bit. It's different from when we've used to say that, like, oh, hard pool is the NMG kind of race. That was kind of the going idea of hard mode. This pool is a little different there. I will say latebit's strategy here into mini Moldarm Cave did pay out with the 10 bombs. Lynn did get a 3-bomb pack though, or has found 3 bombs, so not in terrible shape. I would say the only advantage latebit might have into CAC is going to be that 300 rupee.
That was a nice pickup there. Get some money to pay off bottle vendor. I think latebit should be fine with bombs.
Yeah, ideally, like if you only find a 3-bomb pack, what you're hoping for is, if you have more bombs, you're hoping to only have 50 rupees by the time you get into CAC, because you can get 50 from blind slot in the well. If your bomb situation is not great, ideally you're hoping for 100 rupees to buy bombs before you leave CAC. So as of right now, you're hoping to find another 75 in chests.
Yeah.
Or a sword is good too.
Sword is good.
Yeah.
Question in chat. No, Lynn has not done anything questionable in the first 2 minutes. It's a very standard opening. Nothing too crazy so far, hopefully.
Yes, another open hard tonight. I know we've seen I feel like we have seen a lot more of these more standard modes, a lot of McBosses and open hearts and standard bootses. I do feel like we had a lot of Invrosias the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So it's, you're seeing that progression of the modes. Lynn did get a 300 rupee, I see, so plenty of money early.
Also, the first set of gloves. Ooh! Battle Thunder coming through today with a fancy mirror.
And interestingly enough, we do have AGA access without, of course, minus a lamp still. But with these early tools, I'll be very curious to see what our options become. Front of escape doesn't look too bad, but I think you save that until the potential for AGA now. But we really do have quite a few choices, even a lampless. Oh, never mind.
Okay, well.
We got a lot of options here, folks. We've got a clearable green pendant Hera. We've got still some stuff across South Shore with Ice Rod Cave and Agina. We've got Saha and Eastern to look at. But this could just turn into an Agaseed with that Sword Cape Lamp combo.
No Moon Pearl just yet, though. I don't know if you want to make that play immediately.
No, I mean, I think at this point, I would be shocked. I think what our runners will do is probably hit the mountain before a Saha play. Get that green pendant before you really consider Sahasrahla. Hope for maybe, you could play for green pendant a little bit here, but yeah, I don't see any need to rush those. We're not doing AGA without a Pearl anyway at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but I mean, some people are a little more daring. That is Cane of Burna on Race Game, and Lynn says no. I mean, you've already got your invincibility item in the cape, so who needs Burna?
That's a good point, yeah. Although I do like Burna have for the blind fights if we need to get to that point, just to make things a little bit easier, but cape is nice.
I mean, realistically, the cape and a sword will do plenty there, so...
Yeah.
We're fine.
I was going to say there is that rare occurrence of the Moon Pearl being up on Pyramid, and, because that hasn't happened before. Especially to me, no, of course not.
No, never.
Because that would be crazy of the game to do that.
So we are going to get to see this back of escape play from latebit. A little bit of a different kind of route here, and more money.
Okay,
Jesus.
All right.
We've got all the money for Zora, and latebit does get the small key, but decides to not head to Dark Cross here. Probably thinking I'm probably going to be doing AGA at some point, so I can do that. I can do that check with the front of escape, and maybe it's just the map, and I can skip it. Yeah. But latebit is also saying I'm going to escape now. This could be I don't want to get into headspaces here because I don't know, but is latebit gonna play a little bit, I don't want to call it off the wall here, but aggressive, super aggressive, knowing that we're not playing, realistically not playing for brackets at this point.
Yeah.
Is he gonna make a call that's different just to kind of play off of that idea?
I think honestly at this point he literally has nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah.
And so I think it allows him to do a few more plays that I imagine. I'm not familiar with his gameplay, so I don't know if this is something that he usually does. But I can see that being a possibility for sure.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how he approaches AGA Tower doing the front of escape here. Because my conservative thought here is you do this right before AGA, not sooner.
Yeah.
But it looks like both of our runners are heading to Dark Cross from opposite sides.
At least having the mirror makes going out of the castle and coming back in a lot easier instead of having to death warp each time.
Yeah. So 20 bucks in the Dark Cross. We do have a ton of money. That does not say anything about the logical implications of Zora, but Zora is in logic.
Right, well, Lynn's heading over to Friend of Escape as well. Oh no. Oh.
No, this is going to be
no?
South Shore. Has not done it. We
Oh,
only
that's
saw that
right.
from
Yeah.
latebit. Latebit played really aggressive with the South Shore play and got really nice with a 10 bomb at the dam.
So David didn't go to Ice Rod Cave, did he?
Right.
Okay.
No, we have
it.
not seen Ice Rod Cave, so... Honestly, at this point, Ice Rod Cave, like, unless we get a flute or boots or flippers, like, that becomes a little bit more isolated for late bit.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Good bomb strats there from Lynn.
Very nice.
Nice boomerang chest room.
Right. I don't think Leapit's found the map yet, right?
We did get the map and boomerang chest.
Okay. Oh, Lynn is heading over to Ice Rod Cave.
Okay, so Late Bit did not go for the health refill there. Hasn't swapped over. Okay, so we are not getting the Aga play.
This might be Death Mountain then?
Yeah, I'm with you on this one. I think this is going to be Death Mountain. But we will see what we get out of the Ice Rod Cave first, and just another piece of heart, so nothing lost so far for Late Bit.
Yeah, 5 hearts so far. You can get to pretty far, but it's good for a start.
Yeah, I mean, what we'll do is we'll get the old man start point activated, which is nice always. The other thing is, of course, we can beat Hera, and I don't see a world right now where you don't beat Green Pendant Hera before checking out Sahasrah's Closet and potentially Eastern. Like, you're really hoping for a bow.
Not really much else available at this point either.
We're running out of great choices. Like, a Pendant Hera is not going to feel amazing. You know, you obviously want to be focused on clearing your crystal dungeons, but at least 3 items, like, we are trying to avoid what is looking more and more like an Agaseed.
Yeah. Imagine probably combing through the area first to see, like, in case there is a Moon Pearl here, so that they're not completely burned by the time they do Aga 1.
I mean, I could see an aggressive play of, like, I get the Pearl out of Hera, and then I do Aga 1 and do Saha Pod Eastern together. But we get that map check. Thieves Town is our last pendant with 5-6 crystals at Swamp and Mire.
That means we're not visiting Thieves Town today. Maybe the front at least.
I mean, we'll visit it. It's just we're not going to feel good about it.
Yeah.
That's one of those. That's a pendant. You're like, oh, that's like the easiest choice of a dungeon to beat usually, and you feel bad knowing that, oh, it's not actually a crystal this time. So we had a small key, and there's oh wow, the book.
Oh, Latebit, what are you doing?
Latebit thinking about it, and is going to go get that big key, so I think this is going to turn into the Pendant Hera clear.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever feel good about Thieves Town? Yes, if it's Crystal Thieves, I've got hammer, and I've got boots, and a sword. And a glove.
Yeah.
You know, all the stuff that makes it completely reasonable to clear it. Remove all those things and it's a little bit more annoying.
It was probably too early to think about worst case scenario with the book and pedestal play and items that could be on ped, but I feel that that's gonna be these. That's gonna be our future me problems.
Exactly.
At this point.
So of course, here is our big key in the basement. We still have one item upstairs as well as a green pendant mold orm. So 2 items left in this dungeon.
Let's see, we can check the ether tablet once we're done here. I always maybe that would be a thing since you're
Yeah,
here.
I mean, it's hopefully neither runner forgets it. It's very easy to kind of start. I guess the way to put it would be tunnel visioning a little bit. You know, I think you get that book and you start thinking like, oh, that is me going to desert. There's the second item, another piece of heart. So, but we still have that mold orm kill. So no big chest required today.
Give me the old-fashioned vanilla Moldorm fight here with the baby's first sword here.
I would say in some ways it's almost worse, although we do have a cape to work with. At least usually vanilla, we've got boots. Boots does actually make this fight a lot easier with the dash through. We'll see if latebit goes with the cape. No, but does a very nice job with that fight. So first boss killed at just over 15 minutes for a green pendant. And Lin not far behind here.
And we're not checking the tablet, okay?
No, I'm hoping that was not an oversight, but I have not had a read on latebit's strategy yet tonight.
We'll turn in that green pendant while Linlinlin finishes off Hera. We'll see if they check out the tablet before they head off elsewhere. That's probably going to be Moonpearl on green pendant.
And yep, we are going to get that tablet checked. Could be very important knowledge at this point. But just a little piece of love. Mushroom, okay. And the silvers. And there's powder. Okay. So all of our both the powder and the mushroom, so no need to worry about fake powder this time. Lake Hylia Island is just a 20 bucks. And very nice fake flipper from Lin.
I have not seen done that way before. That's interesting. You turn the mushroom at least. Can't do much with the powder without hammer. Or, well, once we there's preferably with the hammer.
Yeah, if we have hammer, we can get it easily. Mitts, Dark World is never fun for the mushroom. Or for the powder, sorry. You have to mirror behind the pegs, and then to get back into Dark World, you're going back up to that Village of Outcasts entrance portal, which is slow.
Oh yeah.
And I will say at this point, I'm kind of surprised both runners. Like, I get heading to Sahasrahla here; it's 4 items. I'm questioning the possibility of wanting to do desert here instead. You have a better chance of clearing. Well, the only problem is pendant desert. Oh my god, 2 pendants. But I will say, like, Crystal Eastern without a bow right now does not feel great.
I haven't really found much here in Eastern either.
Yeah, and there's our first item with a 20 on that right side chest. And it looks like Lin's gonna follow in.
Yep. Oh, the silvers are nice for the bow. We don't have yet, unfortunately.
There's the big key we knew we were going to find sooner or later.
Yep.
Question is, are we getting 2 items or 1 item on our last 2 checks here? First up, another piece of heart. What a shocker.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right? So we've got 1 check left here. It could be the item or it could be another useless dungeon item. Was the Eastern Dip a good call? Logically, yes. There is a chance this could have a hammer on the pyramid. Depends on the Thieves Town keys situation. It's a ways off, but in the most general sense, yes.
I don't think I've ever seen hammer on ped before.
It's very rare just given how much requires it or how much it requires to do. But in this case, we kind of hit a trifecta of easy pendants. Nothing in Eastern, though.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, logically, if you look at the crystals or the dungeons themselves, you know, Light World you can get away without the hammer, but as soon as you hit Dark World, Pod, Swamp, Ice, and TR are required hammer, and Thieves Town frequently can logically require the hammer to beat.
Yep.
So, like, if any one of those is dependent, you've immediately lost that ability.
Just gonna visit the witch, give her mushrooms so she can make some wonderful mushroom soup. Let's see what we get in return. Okay, just arrows.
And this looks like it's going to be the Zora check. I mean, at this point, without a pearl, unfortunately, waterfall's out anyway, so
yeah,
I can see why we're just going to make this walk at this point.
We can check out the ledge at least. Chaos Zora King. See what he calls up this time. But there's just not a whole lot at this point. Really.
Yeah, no, this is, we're definitely running out of checks. Oh no, the pearl on Zora Ledge. Okay.
It's fine, it's fine. It's gonna be vanilla and Zora King has the flippers.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks.
Unless, well, I imagine if once Lin gets to here, maybe do the same slash deletion trick. Oh, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah. I think there's a good chance Lin will try for it again.
Yeah.
But we are just rapidly running out of checks. We've got Desert Ledge. We've got a potential for 2 items in Desert Palace, and we do have a Gina. But we are just really running out.
This is also assuming that Desert isn't boots locked. However, I don't know. Is it possible to just steal the small key?
So we could steal a small key from the back to get to right side if it's boots locked. The only thing you're really investing here is time.
Mm-hmm.
Walking to the back to pick up that small key does take quite a bit. And I did see that discussion happening in chat. You know, it's something you can do, and it's not like you're going to be super punished for such a call. It's not like a keys mode where stealing the key could burn you later because you can't find Desert Small.
Yeah.
But you are spending a lot of time walking back there. There's multiple screen transitions. And then just to go back into desert for right side, you're not gonna enjoy such a walk.
Yeah. So we lost connection to late bit for a bit there. Let's see, get him back on here. Alright, Lynn, where we head out to now? I think Lynn's just gonna go ahead and do the Yaga play at this point.
Yeah, interesting call here. Okay, so this is going to be front of escape. I'll be curious if we had anything really... I mean, what I will say about play at this point is realistically, there's a good chance that this is going to be Zora either way. Like, you're hoping that the two items in the desert area are flippers and a hammer or mitts.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that latebit had really skipped was... I don't think latebit scouted library or race game, surprisingly. Like, that's the only real time.
We did see Berna in the race game, but Lynn didn't get it. I think library was just money, I think.
Yeah. There was nothing really there on the library. But yeah, I don't really remember anything of importance that really showed up there. Or that would cause latebit to have gotten to this desert opportunity that much sooner. I mean, Lynn also checked Ether Tablet, which latebit skipped, but
yeah,
minor. Oh, Ice Rod Cave. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, chat, for reminding us that, yeah, latebit has not touched Ice Rod Cave. So, like, that combination is kind of what spells this difference here. Yeah, and Lynn has done a couple more, has done that hobo check. So there's a few little things that have added up to get to it at this point.
All right. Yeah, Lynn has definitely been thorough, for sure.
And that mirror tells me we are going to get the Aga play here from Lynn.
Alright, and up we go.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking like there's a lot of ways out of this being an Aga seed. We just have not found anything to kind of get us out of this.
I think, honestly, yeah, best case scenario, we find it's going to be flippers up on Pyramid Ledge, so we can go grab that Moon Pearl. Unless flippers were waiting in desert the entire time.
I
don't think anyone looked at Desert Ledge. No one went inside desert, or no one checked what was up there. I don't think. I think they just all did Agina. They both did Agina, and then that was it. So... So we're trying to get latebit back on here. So... We'll see where they end up once they come back on. We're just here on...
Unfortunately, this Aga Tower climb, we just do not have great equipment.
It's so slow, too. It's like,
We
oh,
get
gosh.
our sun prize is 10 arrows.
Okay, that's great. Again, for the bow that we don't have. Oh, the boomerang is nice so you can stun the guards, so they're less of a pain.
I mean, if you don't use a boomerang on Aga, can you really say you had a boomerang, chat?
That's true.
At least between every energy shot, I have to use the boomerang at least for a throw or two.
Alright, how many blue balls are we getting tonight, guys? Okay. At least one. Two. Okay, Aga, we get it. There we go. There we go. All right.
Down goes Aga for Lin. So here we go. Let's see what is on the pyramid.
Was it flippers? Or is it boots? Is it some sort of footwear?
It is money. Latebit remembering, oh wait, I got a mirror here. Just the right spot. Ooh.
I was lucky. It's like, oh, I was in desert all along. All right, game, let's go over there.
Yes, we needed to dip Pendant Desert at some point. Question is, what are we gonna find? Is this just going to be our flippers for Dark World access? Or are we also going to be finding a hammer? Let's see. Oh, there's...
my god!
No! This seat's got some turns.
Oh my gosh, that was there the entire time. So this might not have been Aga 1, right? Like, is that a possibility?
Sorry, what?
Is it so could this not have been Aga 1 required?
Still, yes, that is definitely a possibility, but we have, like, this could also just be the seed saying, you know, we're going to get you your flippers, and it was still an Aga seed.
Hey, babies for shields.
And yeah, we are boots locked to desert. So this was a book. You had to dip Hera to get your book, so you could get your hook shot off of Desert Ledge. to return to East Death Mountain for something. Probably the flippers.
I mean, hookshot brings you across Death Mountain, so that's a lot of checks. What is this? 7 checks in total?
8 with Spiral.
Ah, right.
But here we go. Paradox Cave. There's those
There you go,
flippers.
flippers.
Yep, there's our Pearl now, but still looks like it was going to be an Agaseed.
I mean, because you have that portal at the castle. So it's a little bit convenient, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've got easy access back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, realistically, after this Spiral Cave, Lynn will easily go to Waterfall Ferry and the... Oh, that was one of our rods. The Fire Rod is up on Floating Island. Yeah, we'll go to Waterfall Ferry, get the 2 items there, and then grab the Pearl.
A slow trek around the Spiral Cave. So we know where the fire rod is, so that's good. We can't get to it just yet, but I think Skullwoods is a crystal, I believe.
Yeah, Skullwoods is a regular crystal.
Okay. Perhaps Waterfall Fairy had our second gloves and hammer all along.
Lynn's sprite is from the Ace Attorney games. Oh, boots!
Okay.
I mean, that's a find.
I mean, you can clear desert now, I guess?
Yeah, no, that's something we can do. Not a great feeling.
And yeah, Lynn Sprite is from Phoenix Wright. She is Emma Sky, the forensics detective. And her Moon Sprite is for those of you who have played the game, it is a bottle of luminol that's used to search for hidden bloodstains. Okay, so this was technically Ago 1 required then, right?
Unless the second item in desert, the hammer or a glove. But yeah, we're kind of running out of options for that.
Oh, having trouble with the guard. There we go. Okay,
so I will say, if anybody has missed it, what you might notice that latebit has a black screen there.
Yep.
What I can say I found is latebit's power went out.
Yep.
So that is why we have not had any footage for the last 15 minutes over on latebit's side. What I can also point out is that in the race room, we do not have an official forfeit yet. So I don't know, like, I can say that Lynn is not aware of anything right now. And general policy is always race throughout, so and that's what's going to happen. Lynn is going to just race to finish this. So
in the event that latebit does put in a forfeit, I believe Lynn still has to race and win the seed, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Correct. Wins are only official with a completion of the seed, so Lynn would have to finish no free wins at that point.
And I don't know at this juncture if reschedules are possible, especially with where latebit is in the standings.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, especially with how late it is in the groups, time is kind of lacking as well. So we are definitely in a, this result would likely stand either direction, just because of where we're at. Lynn still has multiple games left, as I said. Lynn is currently 2-1, so still has a game, I believe, against So and Jet as well. So, like, yeah, has a match against each of the other members of this group. So there just is not a lot of time to fit in races.
Oh, and okay.
Very nice Mimic clip.
There we go. Mimic has said, I must go now, my planet needs me, and has just walked off the screen.
So what we can say is we will not find a bow here in this dungeon, and anything we do find is bow locked beyond that Bombos medallion.
Imagine doing bowless, hammerless crystal pod.
So yeah, if I see any developments though further in the race room or hear anything further from latebit or Lynn, I will try to keep us updated there. But that is the situation. Lynn is in a must finish the seed either way, but does not have knowledge of latebit's power outage.
Correct. Now, unfortunately, we can't just use the silver arrows and stab the statue. We don't even have hammers, so it doesn't even matter. So, to get to Helma.
You mean arrows aren't a weapon?
I mean, they technically are, but you need something to launch them with.
Oh, okay. I mean, if that's how it has to be.
I mean, like, oh gosh, this game would be so much easier if we could just use the arrows and just, stab people with them.
Right. So yeah, I'm surprised Lynn made the play over to pod here with that West Dark World access, but could be saying, the game was really trying to tell me to, the hookshot gave me the flippers, which gave me Dark World. The seed clearly wanted me to then come to pod anyway.
I mean, you don't have much in the west side of Dark World except going into Pendant Thieves Town, which is.
I mean, you've got a whole loop of Dark World to work with here.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Oh, such a... we do have boots now, so it makes it a little bit easier.
And that's the thing, you've got boots, so you could get King's Tomb, Graveyard Ledge, and Bongrocks pretty easily. There's a lot of checks that work out very nicely. You've got a cape even to check Bumper. Like, there's just so much available. I am a little surprised with the pod play. Although,
okay, well, there we go. All right.
Okay, I'm wrong. I just don't get it anymore. That's a bow-locked hammer.
Seed is dumb. Seed is bad and should feel bad. Okay, well, still can't finish without a bow, but you know what? Just throw logic out the window at this point. You know what? Fine game, sure.
I mean, and this just cleans up the routes so nicely for Lynn. We've got a fully clearable Swamp Palace now. Technically a illogical ped, but it's still a ped.
You know, it somehow worked out for Lin, right? Getting that hammer. So, unfortunately for us, we still need a bow to finish the seed. So, but God knows where that is.
I mean, at this rate, it's probably going to be West Dark World in general, or Shovel. But I mean, realistically, like, we have this whole loop of Dark World that could be anything. We could even find mitts, and the bows behind the mitts. I mean, it is really anywhere right now. And we just have so many checks. I think if I really wanted to embrace full Twitch chat chaos tonight, I'd say it's the first chest of Swamp. Just for the hilarity of it all.
Would bow be on bed, by the way?
Depends on the key situation of Thieves still.
Okay, all right. I'm just thinking again, worst case scenario for we've already seen everything already.
If we find a small key in Thieves Town, either between the first 4 or Blind Cell, then technically Thieves was not hammerlocked.
Mm-hmm.
But here we go. Crystal Swamp Palace. We can clear this.
Oh, you're right. We can. Oh, I honestly didn't notice that. Like, where are you going in the swamp?
Yeah, we very nicely got the tools for this dungeon. Okay, so the bow was not here.
Okay. Which is it's fine.
It
I suppose.
wasn't the most dumpster fire situation.
No. Okay, well, imagine at this point, Lin could do. I don't know how Lin feels about left side swamp in a general sense. How many keys were on the both side of pod? I think there were 2.
The first chest, I'll just put it this way, the first chest in pod was Bombos. That hammer is completely bow locked.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, there is no question that was a bow locked pod.
Okay, I thought Bombos was a lot later in.
No, that was shooter
pod.
room. We had no keys available. I will say that is 2 items so far in Swamp Palace. We have not found map, compass, or big key. So, yeah, Lin is just going to go for the back here. This is definitely a more aggressive way to look at this dungeon. So, fair play so far.
Oh, we're doing bomb diver down strats here.
Well, we have no king.
That's true. I'm so used to seeing this on the key.
That is 2 dungeon items, so that means between big chest and left side we'll have at least 2 items. And Lin is just going to continue into the back here, probably waiting to see how much is left. So it's either going to be 2 or 3 items left in the dungeon after killing Argus. We'll see if Lin decides to head back in.
I mean, this early in the seed, the side swamp isn't too terrible. Get those puffs 2x2. A little speed. Because we know where fire rod is.
We had quite the treat earlier today. Race between Talon and Structural Mike. We were seeing Fighter Sword triples. On the Argus fight, so We have had some great Fighter Sword Arguses today.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Book was in Hera.
Yeah, the lobby chest of Hera had that.
Get back here, Arcus. There we go. And 48 minutes into the sea, we have our first crystal. We're going back in.
We're gonna get to stay left.
I think it was just map that's missing, right? As far as dungeon items go.
Yeah, we're still missing the map.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying earlier that we know where the fire rod is, so we need what, gold mitts to get there?
Or what was that?
Oh, we know where fire rod is, so we just need the Titan's mitts to get
Yes,
there.
we do need the mitts for our fire rod at this point.
Just 10 arrows in the big chest. One more item left to go. I think next there's K45. We can read Bombo's tablet. Can't get the item yet. We can do dig game. I think that's. Oh, sorry. There's also a shovel too. You can check.
Yeah, I mean this route it really will clean up nicely for Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe check the Bombo's tablet right after this, then head up to Stumpy and Dig Spot, and then K45 into Dig Game, and then realistically go up through Kakariko, check Magic Bat, and do Village of Outcasts.
Yep.
I think the hard part here is just, you know, what's really stopping you from beating Thieves Town at this point?
What's stopping you from completing Desert at this point as well and pull that plaid?
Yeah, no, that's equally kind of annoying.
Oh. There's that
There's our
swag net we're
last
talking
item.
about.
Yep, there's their last item, the bug net.
Okay, there wasn't anything on either tablet. It was just, I think it was just a heart piece or money or something like that.
Yeah. And another heart piece here.
Now we go up this route. Check up on a few more things. I don't need that money, yeah.
No, we're good on money for sure at this point.
Yeah, we paid off Sora, we entered Pod. We can only buy one potion in this mode, so I think we're good. Oh, not even gonna grab the like I already got the red boomerang. I don't need the blue.
We've already got the best rank.
It sparkles when you throw it.
Exactly.
I'm never going to open up the Pandora's box of debating what's the best boomerang in this game. At least with this shot. All
the money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Okay, so Lynn is actually going to probably do, I guess, the north route.
A question in the chat, what happened to latebit? We got word that latebit unfortunately had a power outage in their area. So, waiting for them to see if they come, for when they come back online. But, so for now, we are watching Lynn's side of the race. Boomerang is objectively the best boomerang with splash deletion and GT fire sneak skip. That is true. Oh my god.
Nice Titans mitts. And at this point, like, I'm wondering, okay.
Oh.
I thought maybe we might just go and leave for that, the fire rod. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You can do a bunch of full checks now, too. Over in Dark Death Mountain.
The catfish bonk really doesn't do much in this case.
No, it's just...
it's muscle memory. It's
yeah.
In NMG, it actually does matter. It can set up the quick warp, but that's really it.
Yeah. I was just doing it just because I thought it was cool to do, because everyone else was doing it. Let's see, what do we still need? So we don't know where Bo is. We need Ice Rod, Samaria, Flute. Maybe another medallion? Perhaps? Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't go back and grab that fire rod, so you can just head into Skullwoods. Visit the Skullwoods, rather.
Right.
Oh, Murdactyl's having... There we go. Those Murdactyls hurt on green mail, by the way. It's not fun. I would not recommend it.
Yeah, my thought is that this is just a clear out the north side of the Dark World stuff. Now we're gonna go get the fire rod. It looks like, avoid Village of Outcasts at this point, but cleared out most of the rest.
And we can scope out medallion here for Turtle Rock. Spike Cave is in Logic, I think. Yeah, with the cape. Did we determine if Aga 1 was necessary? Yes, it was.
Yeah, our hammer was in pod and our mitts were on catfish, so yeah, this was a fully an Aga 1 seed. And we still have not actually found the logical way to get that hammer, as we're missing the bow.
That's right, yeah.
Get a check of our TR medallion. we do need Quake.
Oh. That's probably going to be under the doormat here, as this game does on occasion. There's a lot of heart pieces. Oh! That's convenient. Both rods are fairly close to each other, in a sense. Alright, I'm gonna say, well, we will see Spike K later, maybe, perhaps. And now Link can go back to Dark World, clear out Skullwoods, maybe check pad.
I mean, at this point, you might as well.
Yeah. And there are several options, well, not options, but several possibilities for pad at this point. Question in the chat: are there still 4 swords in the pool? Yes, there are 4 swords, but you stop at tempered.
Yeah, the 4th sword will get replaced by a green 20.
Yeah, so there are. I assure you, there are other swords out there. We just haven't found them yet.
Yes, just like all the other races, 4 swords are placed in every mode in this tournament. It's just becoming hard to find them, apparently. Saha Bot has decided with a vengeance that people will quickly get their first sword, but no more. The previous race in Group J notwithstanding, where apparently butter was just free.
Oh. I think we're just on the compass so far in Skullwoods. I think.
Yep. No, and I like this back to front on Skull. Yeah. You're planning to head into Vu, and good chance at doing Thieves Town at this point, so not a lot of options outside of that. Although we likely have a fully clearable Ice Palace at this point. Just gonna hope that maybe we can get the King of Samaria before jumping in.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. Old school Ice Palace. Don't leave home without your Ice Palace bomb jump, folks. It's still relevant tech. Nice Gibdo kill there.
Alright. Not a whole lot of magic here on Lin's side, so get that hammer out.
Right for the up hammer swings.
Oh gosh. It's always so awkward to hit Mothra when you're below him.
Yeah, up hammer is very hard to judge the range of. So that's why I usually see it being down hits or side hits like this.
Yeah.
But very nice after Moth finally got off the spikes. And there's the second item. So, yeah, nothing in Skull. Back to front works very nicely. We get to skip all the front of Skull Woods.
I love to see it. Super convenient. Right, here's the moment all of us have been waiting for.
Check.
All right, is it going to be progression? Is it going to be garbage?
Of course, it's a piece of heart.
That pedestal is dead. That doesn't mean there could be progression in Thieves Town, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've had progression in every one of our pendants so far, or required progression in our pendants at this point, so I would not be shocked to see more in Thieves.
Berlin. I imagine this is gonna be, yeah, Village of Outcasts. Thieves Town question mark? Depending.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I would say this from a general standpoint, you know that hammer is bow locked. So I don't see a reason you do not clear everything that is not hammer locked here. Like, I think you avoid ice because, like, why go into ice hoping for the bow being there when it's very likely not? Like, I'd want to find that bow first.
Does Lynn have a potion, by the way?
I don't know if Lynn bought one. But there's the
Oh,
bow.
okay,
so,
there it is.
Okay,
Sorry.
never mind. But yeah, no, bottles in this mode. So we said that, there's 4 bottles placed and only 1 is obtainable.
Yeah.
The other thing we didn't mention is that the bow is guaranteed to be empty.
Right, yeah.
Oh, was there a purchase? Okay, I must have missed it. Maybe that. Oh, there's our second sword.
Hey.
Okay. We are still missing 3 items for Go mode, though. We need a Samaria, a flute, and a Quake.
There we are, going into Thieves. Maybe this will, I don't know, just be just a quick dip to the front. Because Link can just head over back into Eastern and Pod back to back.
The only issue there is we really don't have much item-wise available to us. I don't remember exactly if we got map and compass in the dungeons, but why do I have the suspicion we got all 3 items out of Eastern?
I think we did.
But a 3, this front of Thieves was bad, so we are going to get to see more of Thieves. Swamp didn't have really anything. Swamp Palace, not a...
No.
Yeah, pretty boring on the Swamp front. Crystal Dungeon's really not paying out today so far, besides that hammer and pod.
Right, yeah, Swamp did have the bug net. That is true.
Baron, okay. I mean, how do you fight... Oh, wait, how did we get past Aga without the bug net?
Very carefully.
Okay.
What was our other red crystal? Is it Admire?
Yes.
It looks like? Okay.
There's our last dungeon item, so everything else in this dungeon will be items.
After this, as far as places we haven't gone to yet, Ice Palace is an option.
Yeah, Ice Palace is realistically our best choice. I will say, chat, this is about as close as you're getting to a ped seat tonight. We have dipped all 3 pendants for stuff. But we haven't gotten anything out of Thieves. Oh, never mind.
Oh, there we
cane.
go. There we go.
All 3 pendants required today. In some form. So, that is rough. Logically, you had to go into Vu to get your bow, to go back to Pod, to then come back to Thieves Town for Samaria logically. So that is not fun.
Yep. I think you mentioned in the chat, like, if you went to Thieves Town before Hammer.
Yeah, I mean, if you play this seed very conservatively, doing... Oh, there's our Sankheart. Like, if you play this seed very conservatively, going to Quakefish and then going west to Dark World, like, and decide to wait for Pod until you have that bow, there's a good chance you end up clearing Thieves Town for nothing. And you feel like it's nothing was there, and then later find out, oh no, your bow was there in the big chest locked by the hammer. Or sorry, no, your bow. Your Samaria was locked there.
Yeah.
Like, and you just had no way to know how bad that play was going to turn out. I mean, this seed overall is not one that lends itself greatly to our runners. There's just not a lot of options here. Oh, okay, so we are a flute from Go mode.
That's convenient. Yeah, if we could just have Turtle Rock be our last dungeon, that would be super convenient, but for all we know, Flute could be into UR. Yeah, just trying to think of, like, if you had done this seat logically, it would have been... I imagine if I did, I would absolutely last location that Samaria.
Yeah, no, there's not... I mean, luckily, like, it's looking like there's a chance that Flute could be locked behind it, like, with TR at this point, so, like, you might get funneled to it soon. But, like, you know, there's still... The fact that it locks Turtle Rock at this point, like, does mean there's a better chance you might not have got completely burned by it.
Right, yeah. At this point, we know that nothing's on Pyramid Ferry. Myers the last Bright Crystal. That's one less thing I have to worry about. Yeah, both tablets are garbage. I think it's just piece of hearts on each of them.
Yeah, we still have an item, or do we have an item in Desert, or is it 2 items in Desert?
I do not remember.
I believe it's 2 items in Desert still. I think we got like a map or a compass on the Igor chest.
I think you're seeing that there's one item left in Desert.
Oh, was it just one? Okay.
Yeah. In the Ice Palace we go. So we're at 14 hearts, it looks like. Not too bad.
Yeah, yeah,
really
no,
healthy.
we've found quite a few pieces. So definitely still hoping for another sword, but we do need a flute. Will we find it here in ice? Still no.
Yeah, like most of our progression, we're in pendant dungeons tonight. So crystal dungeons have not shown us anything useful. Having better offense would be nice, but yeah, silver, they got Master Sword. Imagine Lin won't say no to another sword, though.
Nope.
I think that was the third item. We're definitely a lot more healthy than we were when we first came into Ice Palace.
Yeah. And we're gonna probably see Bombos into some fire rod shots extra, so. And then probably Eastern and Pod right after this. Before heading up to Turtle Rock.
So this is one of the downsides of not having half magic, where it makes the cluster fight a little bit difficult.
Nice use of the magic we did have, and hey, we're just gonna burn that potion. Why not?
Yeah. Alright, so Lin did have a blue. God, those puffs do 4 hearts of damage on green mail. Alright, that's all for Ice Palace.
Yeah, no progression here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off Eastern Pod, get those out of the way. I think there might be an item on Helmosaur
Pod,
still.
yeah.
Yeah.
Quite possibly. I think we established that Eastern was empty at this point, though.
Yes, yeah. And speaking of latebit, I do see latebit in chat. Yeah, the seed has been it's been a thing.
Yeah, all 3 pendants required, at least in sun form, to be dipped. We still don't know if Desert has the flute as its second item, but some progression required within each dip.
And not a whole lot in our crystal dungeon, so this was, I don't know if it's called like oops accidental. Well, not accidental all dungeons, because he actually had to go in to pendant dungeons. So This was, oops, all dungeons, but you didn't, it wasn't required for pedestal. I'm just looking for that flute so we can head over into Finchmire. We have all 3 medallions, so don't have to worry about that. There's 2 more swords out there. And tempered would be nice for Ganon. Yes, flute could still be in Desert Palace, but that's future us's problem.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're gonna take down Helma, we'll take down Armos, and then we'll end up back on Death Mountain for Turtle Rock at this rate.
That's the wrong clue item game. Definitely not what we need. Yeah, aside from like just check speed. As if in worst case scenario, if flute isn't in Turtle Rock, then what? We have Spike Cave, Desert.
And that's about it.
Yeah.
Lynn has been full clearing the seed. Like, this is a tutorial in efficient full clearing. In a sense, it's just unfortunate that some of the extra clears have not led to the other pieces.
Yeah, for those of you tuning in, Lynn went into pod fairly early. I know, like right immediately after finishing Aga. Did the mimic clip to get to bow lock side. So yeah, pod was bow locked. So Lynn did the mimic clip to get the keys. Cleared as much as they could and found Hammer in the dark maze.
Yeah, the bow turned out to be in Village of Outcasts at Chess Game, which wasn't a big deal, but unfortunately the Cane of Samaria was in the Thieves Town Big Chest. So, pretty rough requiring a full clear of Thieves to get that cane.
Fortunately, Pedestal is dead, so that's one thing to be happy about of the seed.
Oh yes, and required Quake Medallion at Hammer Pegs, so both pieces are 2 major pieces of the TR puzzle in Village of Outcasts.
I think Lynn's probably gonna head over to Turtle Rock at this point. I'm gonna hope that flute is somewhere in there in, what is it, 4 checks? 5 checks. In TR.
I believe it's 5 items plus Mimic.
Yeah, oh, wow, Mimic, oh, that's right. I forgot
And
Mimic Cave
technically Spike.
exists.
We hadn't seen Spike Cave either.
But yeah, this just working off of item density at this point. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
I think that was a sneeze, but bless you. You know what? Bless you either way. We'll just go with that.
I appreciate it.
Yes. It is a nice seed when we have Ice Rod. I'm hoping going to TR. So Lynn is gonna go through TR. Let's see, I always forget the command here. There we go. So we do have the links for both runners. If you want to check them out. Yeah, as we are seeing it, as we have been talking about in chat, latebit did unfortunately have a power outage in their area, which explains the dark screen here. There's a maybe a big key though. And was that Crystal Rule Room? I don't know if there's an official name for that room in TR.
Which, the right side?
Yeah.
Just right side.
Okay.
Crystal Roller is specifically the one after the big door, the big key door on the back.
I'm not up to date with all the current lingo and stuff as far as Rando is concerned of different rooms for names and everything.
Prompts gives us a small key, which we did need at that point. At this rate, we are full clearing Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah, we can't really skip anything still.
I'm not the biggest fan of Turtle Rock, especially just on Master Sword and with the possibility of finding Try next to that sword. But I've had a lot of burns, essentially, to put it very lightly here in Turtle Rock.
So key for a key there on Lava Island.
Yep. Gonna come back through this way. Question in chat, does hard mode change the logic of Laser Bridge?
No, it does not. There is not actually specifically logic. On V31, which is the version we play on here, what happens is that you're, like, realistically, it would be expected you know how to do laser skips of some variety. Cross keys, which is of course one of the other very common modes, is actually still on what we call V30 and requires you to, or logically would expect you to have invincibility or mirror shield.
We can Lin to get a tempered sword, so we are good on offense. I didn't know cross keys was a version behind. I didn't know that.
Yes. So stuff like the advanced logic that we talk about for this game with like darkroom logic being accessible if, some dark rooms being fire rod accessible, that's also not in entrance rando yet.
Ah, interesting. I don't really for these. I'm not sure if it's been a thing for the main tournaments, but I know there have been tournaments that have a focus on cross keys. I don't think that's a thing this time around.
No, we do not have any entrance modes for the main tournament this year. I believe there was some discussion about those potentialities and something that the admins will likely look at for the future. But as of now, still not a main tourney mode. Clearly, the 5 modes we do have are a good representation of rando ability, though. I will also point out that what I'm saying about Laser Bridge also partly is due to the fact that we play on what is known as advanced logic. There is a version of the randomizer that is called basic logic.
There you go. right, we're in go mode, by the way.
Yep, at 128.30, Lynn is in go mode, so it doesn't have to do the rest of Laser Bridge. But yeah, there's a version of Logic called Basic, and that one has some rules about how many hearts you should have before you do bosses. It also has stuff like you should have invincibility or mirror shield for Laser Bridge, those types of things, as well as that lamp logic we were talking about.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we got that tempered sword for this fight. So this definitely, yeah, this definitely was not like a jet seed by any means. This was definitely a, hey, we're gonna make you go into all of the dungeons. Oh my god. And a Trinex hits it like a truck in green mail. But yeah, we're in go mode. We're gonna go ahead and activate that flute over in Kakariko and be well on our way.
Yep, we'll just have to remember to mirror here outside of TR, or else we'll be thrown back to the pyramid.
Yep. Yep, there's literally nothing else we need. So we know where the... Lynn didn't pick up the blue boomerang. Rest in peace. And also didn't pick up King of Berna.
And realistically, you know, Berna has some benefits, but overall as a tool to use, Cape just has more utility in many regards. Besides Bumper Ledge and Spike Cave, well, besides Bumper Ledge for the Cape, what it also allows is more offensive capability. What you can do with a Cape is still charge your spins. So like there's stuff you can do with a Cape that you can't do with Berna.
Right, right. I haven't been keeping track of the standard boots mode in the tournament. Have we seen any King of Berna starts there? I don't see Bomb starts.
I'm sure we have. I have not caught one myself, but you know, keep in mind we have 128 runners, each doing
right
6 races. So, hey, are we gonna get the bird toss, Lynn? Lynn, please.
Oh,
bird toss.
Bird toss for good luck. Go. Aww.
Denied.
The bird has been spared for now.
But yeah, there's I will say some data was posted in the main tourney Discord. Oh, nice remembrance of the stun prize. Yeah, what I'll say is some data was posted earlier today about the group statistics. Every mode has been played roughly between 60 and 70 times so far in groups. I believe Fad Keys was shown to be the least rolled mode so far, but that's kind of just like sample size. You know, I would say it could easily turn around. I know a different race going on tonight is Fad Keys, so
yeah.
With the card system the way it is for this main tournament, expect to see all the modes show up. It is not a Godmire.
Oh. So we wanted to be a Godmire. I feel like also I think the intention for the cards was so that you don't race at these modes like, you know, back to back, like you're not getting 2 standard boot seats in a row. I think that was the intention.
So theoretically it can work out that way. But what I'll say is it's partly dependent on your cards and your opponent's cards. My first 2 races personally were both in Brosia.
Oh man.
But the way the cards work is if you're playing like if you and I are playing Sunshine
Mhm,
in the tournament and we're in brackets against each other, if game 1 is McBoss, game 2 cannot between us.
Okay,
Play the
got
same
it.
person back to back, I will not have the same mode 2 times in a row.
Okay, got it.
So the way, like, to give a basic overview of the cards is, imagine you and I each have 10 cards.
Mhm,
We have 2 of each of the modes, and we throw them into a pot.
mhm,
We pick one card, and that's our race. What'll happen is, after that, your most recent mode that you raced will be missing 2 cards from it, or you'll have
mhm,
you'll have 2 less cards. The race
mhm.
that you had 3 or 2 times ago through, I think it's 5. So your second through 5th previous race, you will for all of those you'll be missing 1 card.
Mhm.
So then whatever's left after that removal of cards becomes the pop.
Ah, okay, got it.
So theoretically,
Yeah.
like in a little while, we'll probably start seeing the cards line up that more fad keys should show up.
Mhm.
Because there are plenty of people who have not played fad keys by that metric,
Right,
but hard to
right.
always estimate. But we're in
What is
Divinity
that?
for crystal number 7.
Yep. Just get all those arrows into the eyes. What does fat key stand for? It stands for full all dungeons key sanity. So it is all dungeons, so you gotta do pendants and crystals, gotta do both forms of Aghanim. And you also have all the keys are shuffled except for the big keys to GT and to the small keys in Castle Tower.
Yep. Yeah, some people, like, I think the actual definition is faux. I sometimes call it fast, although it's not really a fast seed,
Yeah.
so. But
As we're
yeah, we are
talking decent.
heading. Yeah, we've had fad keys before.
Mm-hmm.
That used to have GT big keys shuffled. For this main
Oh,
tournament, to
sorry.
make all the modes consistent, all modes in the main tournament have the GT big key in GT.
Linda's having some issues here in the mountain. Be like cabbages and oh. Apparently, cabbages have thought otherwise of Lynn finishing the siege.
Yeah, just a little bit. I would say intention-wise, and I can't speak to everybody's interpretation of the importance or desire for fad keys. Generally speaking, the people will call it a reduction of ice rods.
Mm-hmm.
Commonly, Castle Tower small keys were called ice rods in that
Yep.
mode because they pretty much could be anywhere in the seed. So all we've really done is changed the definition of what's the ice rod in the seed. Because there still are big keys to find that could be outside of, or could be in GT, so it can get
Mm-hmm.
still pretty rude.
All right, let's head over to Ganon's tower. Open this dang tower up. Let's figure out where this big key is. I want to say, you know what? We can do numbers. However, I'm going to go by location. And based on this seed, actually, yeah, I'm going to say it's behind Ice Armos because screw the seed. I'm not going to say tile room because that would be rude. Alright. And in we go. Don't know what Len's normal or usual GT route is, but alright, small key. Definitely need that. Yeah, again, I'm not familiar with Len's GT route, so I'm not sure if full left is in play, if they do left and then right, going back and forth.
Yeah, what I'll say for GT routing is have a route, like it, stick to it, be consistent about it. Try not to bounce back and forth too much.
Mm-hmm. a lot of small keys in Saffo's room. There's the map. Oh, hey, that's convenient. Map and compass in the same room. I think I'm one of the few people who will... I actually do change GT routing depending on a few things. Like, if I have silvers, call me crazy, I will actually do full right so I can take care of Ace Armos and with the silvers. Because doing that fight with no silvers is a pain in the butt.
Yeah,
Well, that's
definitely
just
a
me.
fight worth learning. Some NMG strats, it can really help make a difference there. But here we go, compass room.
Alright,
We're up to 16 hearts and the big key.
Oh.
And I think that was a no small key and hope room seed. So the Dark Magician or DM strat really was paid off here.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there were like, what, 3 keys, small keys over on Salvo's room.
Yeah.
Looks like that was... We're playing by numbers. This was chest 9, it looks like.
Yeah, that was check 9.
Yep. That was an early GT big key.
I see that was guessed by Indifference Ninja.
Nice.
So all we got left now is a climb for Lin and a Ganon fight and an Aga 2 fight, really. So
Yep, we don't need to open up any more chests unless Lin wants a 17th heart, but I think we're good. Again, still on green mail, so things still definitely hurt. We do have the powder though for anti-fairies. That would be nice. Yeah, so I don't know. I think Glenn still has 2 more races. 2 or 3.
yes. Lin does have races still to go in this group. Yeah, Lin has to play Jet and So again.
Okay, got it. And chat, yep, getting hugs hurt in green mail. They hurt a lot. I definitely would not recommend it. Oh. There we go. Yeah, 8 hearts of damage to a Ganon hug. That...
Yeah.
Those are like bone-crushing hugs, essentially.
We're only on green mail because this mode does not have armor upgrades.
Yep. Yep, the game allows, so for open hard mode, the game allows you to have 20 hearts, the full health, but oh no. Oh my god. The catch is that you only have green mail for the entire seed. So you have to be really, really careful to make sure you don't take, you don't face tank everything that comes in view. It just opens up the Moldworm 2 treasure chest for more bombs for no particular reason. Alright, we're gonna have our Aghanim 2 trigonometry lesson here. Weird layout to start with.
Nice double there.
Yep, nice. One down. Nice.
And yeah, good double to finish it out.
I wasn't sure that last one was going to hit him. Thought it was going to be like just slowly drift off to the side. Somehow the food works in the dark world, and you're transported to the top of the pyramid. Here you go, buddy. Let's go. No. Get those hits in. Temper Sword makes this very, very easy. You don't have to worry about spins this time.
Yep, unfortunately missing the 1-1, but
Yep.
not a big deal.
Ah.
We'll have enough magic for the end of this fight.
No, Silvers don't have to worry too much about Torch Glitch. You could still do it, but if you don't get it, then it's not the end of the world, hopefully.
Actually, common thought for phase 4 Ganon with Silvers is you don't actually go for Torch Glitch. It's easier to set up a triple to kill Ganon without the Torch Glitch usually.
Oh, okay.
Like so.
Nice. There we go.
And that will do it here. Get your GGs in chat for Linlinlin. And we'll see what that final time is. There we go. Lin finishing with a 145.41. So GG's to Lin.
GG's to Linlinlin.
And right afterwards, latebit officially throwing the forfeit in the race room. So that will bring Lin to 3-1 with 2 games to play. Jet currently, I believe, sitting at the top of the group at 4-1, and Hiso at 3-2. So still some major races left to go in this group.
Yeah, unfortunate for latebit with the power outage, so we'll be ending their run in the tournaments. But GG's either way. Let's go bring them in to have a nice little chat about.
Yeah, we're
seed.
joined by latebit, and I see Lin down in the waiting room, so should be up shortly as well. GG latebit.
GG's.
I mean, I got to play like a quarter of the game, so thanks, I
You-
suppose.
Yeah, you played almost 25 minutes. That's
At
a
least.
fifth of the yeah, at least.
And we are also joined by Linlinlin. GG.
GG's.
I guess.
But yeah, it's unfortunate when things happen beyond our control, as when we're racing, and we're not sure if for when things like this happen, if the other racer knows, and you're just running it, right? So yeah, but GG's to the both of you. I'm curious about your thoughts on the seed, or for latebit, as what you were able to play before we lost your signal. Yeah.
The section of the seed that I got to play was just bad, like really bad.
Well, so you didn't do Aga yet if I see your tracker, right? The rest of the seed is not better.
Yeah, the
well,
last
we got
thing
that from. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the last thing chat saw was me go to Agena, and from there I went west and got my hook shot, and then got my flippers and got my pearl, and then rushed Aga. And as soon as I stepped in Aga's door, my power went out, and I said, "Well, that's a sign."
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, unfortunately, that's about as far as we were able to get. The two of you were roughly about even off the mountain. And then at that point, I believe Mushroom was soon after that. Oh, wait, Eastern was after that.
Yeah.
And then the Mushroom turn in and Zora, you both got to see the Pearl. And then that's where the divergence happened with the Aga play for Lin and latebit going to desert area.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, at the Cape, I was there. I was like, I already checked the Gina at this point because I got an input that got eaten after Kakariko, so I saved input to Link's house instead of Sang to do the back of Sang. So I was like, yeah, let me just go to the Gina and then I'll do back of Escape before doing it like Mini Moldor and like I should get it. So at this point I'm like, it's Pendant Desert. I already have all the tools for Aga and I'm already here. It's Desert's the only thing I have left, so I'll just go or just see what happens. I was scared for
Right.
a little bit basically until I got the mids. Basically until I got the mids. On the catfish.
Lynn, clearly the big question here is Pod, the dip, the stay.
Yeah.
I mean, I also had a bottle with a potion, but I know I can save it. And it's a blue potion, so it's kind of vulnerable, especially in hard mode. But like, yeah, I'll just stay and keep going. And then when I found the hammer, I'm like, okay, well then.
And then you get the Cane of Samaria and Quake over in Village and Thieves, and it just goes, at that time, you're still thinking this is a race, that there's nothing going on. How do you feel having pulled those items in such the right order in something so terrible?
Yeah, that definitely felt good. Like, I didn't know about that beat, obviously, but that definitely felt good. Especially after that left side swamp. Like, the thing is, I was in the area. It was 2 items left side swamp, and it's still kind of early into the seed, so I figured out I would just do it. We were still missing so much at this point that I don't know. It definitely felt great, and I knew the food was gonna be in TR. But like, I have eyes. I can finish pot for 1 item and finish Eastern as well. Might as well, and then just go to TR.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, by the time you entered Thieves Town, you had Thieves and Ice left, so there wasn't a good
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing that helped with the decision of going to the back of Thieves Town is that like it's 3 item back of Thieves Town, and I have 1 item on Helmazar King, none on Armos, Chainless Eyes, and Smith Chain. I'm like, sure, and I got the hammer.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think it's just we were just talking about how like it worked out and how you went into Bulldog side of pod and found the hammer when you did, especially knowing where we found Samaria being in the big chest in Thieves Town, and just feel like a lot of us be like, oh, well, shoot, this is here. But yeah, I think after that, like it was, I don't want to say it was wasn't definitely free or anything like that. There was still that fluid out with outstanding, but yeah, I think like aside from the early game of where is our Dark World access, where are these flippers, why is the Moon Pearl up and not in Zora Ledge? So, but yeah, I think we were talking about also for Lynn. I believe you have 2 races left with both So and Jet. Have those been scheduled yet?
Yes. I'm playing So tomorrow, 5 p.m. if I remember right.
Okay.
And Jet the day afterward, like on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern.
yeah, and everybody is hoping. I believe is the 3-way race off still a potential here?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Since Tiso and Jet, like, I think they're 1-1. I mean, they
You had a race
Jet won
earlier.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's basically up to me since I'm down a game against Jet, but I'm up a game against Tiso. So It's basically down to me. For
You
that,
control your own destiny. That's what matters, right?
Exactly.
No, it's not like there's another group in the brackets in this group stage where it's a death group. Every group is a death group essentially, pretty much. So you got the final screen up for Lynn's side. Yeah, it's a lot of collection. There's a lot of items collected.
Yeah, not a lot skipped across the seed.
Mhm.
And of course, this is your end of the tournament for you, latebit, but
Mhm.
no shame
Thank
in
God.
Yeah.
what. I mean, making the 128 is difficult, right? So
Yeah.
congratulations on that front. Unfortunate that this is going to be the end for you on the main tourney.
I knew it was the end 3 races ago, but this is the first time I got in without needing drops. So it was nice to break through that barrier.
Right.
And
So yeah,
like I said in chat earlier, I can take this one of 2 ways. I can just look at the standings, and it's going to say 0-6 no matter what. But
Mhm.
I think the general consensus is that there were 2 so-called groups of death in this tournament, and this was one of them. So, and by my count, I think I ran competitively in we'll say 3.5 races because of this one. So to have a chance in 2/3 of the races in this group, I can't feel bad about that. So
Right.
live and learn. I got some time to lick my wounds. I'm probably gonna try again in the Cross Keys tournament here in a month or so. But this was fun. I learned a little bit. Am I going to apply my lessons?
Yeah.
Probably not. But
Well, I mean, what do you think is the biggest takeaway from your tournament run? Do you think?
well, the thing with me is if I feel like if I get into an execution race, I'm going to lose it probably 70 to 80% of the time, and I try to make that up with how should I put this? Unorthodox routing and skips and whatnot, and sometimes it just backfires. That's the case here. Sometimes you just got to hit the brakes and clear things out a little bit more than you might want to, because it could be the difference between 4-2 and 0-6.
For sure.
But definitely looking forward to seeing how this group shakes out, because this is 3 world-class players in this group, and yeah, Maniacal and I both had our backs against the wall as soon as this draw was announced. So yeah, this is going to be fun to watch.
Yep. Anything else though from either of our runners tonight?
I'm glad I missed this seed. It is going to be fun to watch back though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, GG's again, Lynn.
GG's late. It's a bit late, sorry. It's a bit tired.
No,
Oh, it's
completely
fine.
understandable. Yeah. But yeah, did you have any other closing stuff you wanted to say, Lynn, or we ready to close up?
But thank you for restreaming, commentating, tracking, the usual.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. I will say we had a race that was going on over on ALTTP Randomizer. That looks like it's starting to close up as well into its final stages between Norskmati and Zafakil for Group AA. And that's the last restreamed race for tonight. I do see, though, we have a bunch on the schedule for tomorrow. So do keep your eyes out here on SpeedGaming and ALTTPR ALTTP Randomizer channels. Looks like we're going to have a race at roughly 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow between Malxanthalos and Yagamoth. Hopefully. We're still looking for some signups on these, so if you're available, do throw those signups in. 110 Mughal Charm versus Teto on ALTTP Randomizer. 440 Zen Arcane versus Keebs on SpeedGaming. 810 and 1010 looks to be a doubleheader on ALTTP Randomizer between Gilgamesh and ACMLM. The big thing there is that is pretty much the deciding games for Group U. So highly recommend trying to catch those races. Should really be awesome. There's quite a few scenarios for Group U. I don't think anybody is officially out except maybe I think Jejo might be officially knocked out, but there's still plenty that could happen in that group. So do check those races out. And we are, of course, nearing the end of group play, which does mean brackets are on the horizon. So hopefully be around for that. Thanks again to Malk here for doing the tracking tonight. And Crazy Sunshine, it has been a pleasure. You want to close this out for tonight?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and close things out for the evening. I do have the links up for both Lynn and latebit if you want to follow them on their Twitch channels so you can see their stuff and what they do on their respective channels. There's also the command for myself and for Jesse here for commentary, as well as Malk here for tracking. And speaking of that, Gilgan mentioned ACML doubleheader. I will be commentating the second match of that set. So I'm I'm looking forward to see what kind of insane stuff will be happening. That may or may not be a fat key seed. Who knows? But yeah, things will start up again tomorrow morning. Assuming we do get commentators, so hopefully people will sign up for that. And yeah, last few days, I think group stages end on Sunday, I believe. And we got a few groups will be. I don't think all the groups have been decided at this point, but there are definitely some where the potential of tiebreaker modes is definitely in the mix. But yeah, we'll go ahead and close things up here on this channel at least. So we all hope you will have fun, and hope you all have a good rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And yeah, we'll see you guys all in this race. So good night, everyone.